Hello astronauts and welcome back. It's been a while since I did a vlog, and by I mean me. And by me, I mean Geoff Keene, otherwise known as Zag. It's been a while since I did a lot of things. I should probably shower after this. Now, if you're new to Unfortunate Spacemen, it's basically a bunch of spacemen are on a space station or some kind of outpost trying to escape. Of course, one of the players is a shapeshifting murder monster, so that's a bit of a problem for the spacemen. All the spacemen are designated a color, and the monster can mimic this color and appearance and try to blend in and trick people and, kill them all, eat them all. It's kind of a nice game, fun for the whole family. Hope you guys check it out. Anyway, let's get on to the patch notes. Here we go. When I'm not showering, I've been working on the next update for Unfortunate Spacemen. If you're following the vlogs, you'll notice there was a sort of gap between the last few vlogs. During this time, we've been building the community, now centralized at discord.gg/newblood, and releasing large, awesome updates. So, it's time for update 0.2.26. Over a month in the making. Robots in space! This vlog is officially a mega vlog, because I know you love those. Also because I'm going to include a few things that have been in the game for an update or two. First up, Spaceman proximity chat is now spatialized. That means you'll hear people coming or going and from which direction. It'll feel like they're right there in the room with you, ready to destroy every ounce of trust you still have in humanity. Now, before we move on to other stuff, let's talk robots. The security guards now have a more robotic look, and we've added this suit to the item store as well as a new helmet called the scanner helmet. Beep and boop, my friends. Beep and boop. There's also a bunch of other helmets we added over the last few updates, so check them out. They're on screen right now, right there. Look at them. Oh, that one's cool. Oh, sick. Oh, I'd pay money for that. Interaction speed is way faster, especially for clients. I tidied up the netcode between a client asking the server to let them grab an item and actually grabbing the item. It's quicker, it's more responsive, and even if you look away from the object immediately after performing an interaction, it'll still get processed correctly. I even reduced the delay based on the player's ping to put everyone on as even footing as possible. As a bonus, I've also made interaction take less time in general. Happy touching, my friends. I put in foot IK because it looks neat. This just means the spaceman will stand on surfaces a little more accurately. I'm sure there will be no wacky bugs whatsoever. There's now a proper loading screen after the lobby instead of just blackness or whatever. The background changes based on game type, and the map you're loading into is now shown. The endgame scoreboard has received a big overhaul with a lot more information and text chat for our strong, silent types. Ghosts can now see objective progress to better track what's happening in the game. They can also see who the monster is on the F1 player list. I added a ton of stats that are now tracked on co-op mode. Stuff like accuracy, damage to allies, drones torched with a flamethrower, how many important things you fiddled with, number of jumps. It's not fun. Okay, that's stupid. The assault rifle can now be colorized because I hear that that's a thing games do now. They color your weapons can be colored. We'll have some more stuff on weapon customization later. Right now I'm thinking there will be some kind of painting station for you to customize the weapons you pick up during a round. Oh, and yes, it will talk to you. It has to talk to you. That's a key lore that the story demands it. You can now right-click to cook frag grenades. I'll let you find out how that works. The hard way. I mean the fun way. There's a new drone in survival called the Armored Drone. It's a very creative name. He's a lot larger, hits a lot harder, and can only be killed by flame, explosives, or by shooting it directly in the face. That's what I do anyway, so nailed it. Speaking of co-op mode, you can now see your buddies on the left side of the screen in Story Mission. There's now some achievements for clearing and surviving waves in survival. I'd like to add a lot more achievements as time goes on. Items like helmets and visors now have a rarity level tied to them, and I rigged it up so you can instantly preview all helmets, visors, and suits in the selection menu by simply hovering over them. This includes items you haven't unlocked yet. I nerfed the stun baton again, or as some call it, the salt stick. You all know what you did. The lobby's been tidied up a bit. For clients, the lobby now feels more instant on both VoIP icons and readying up, and the host now gets a notification when everyone readies up. There's also a countdown, just in case you forgot something or to let everyone know it's starting. This one's kind of interesting. The task complete pop-up now reflects progress throughout the match. Instead of task complete, it will say 25% complete, 50%, 75, 100% complete. This should help players, especially new players, know exactly what stage the game is at without having to check the objectives panel as much. The emote wheel is now much easier to use and will follow your mouse position better. Kind of proud of that one. Oh, I need some water. The entire main menu got an overhaul, from top to bottom. Literally. Here's just a quick look at some of the new menus. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty sick. Here, look at the backgrounds. There's now dialogue subtitles that can be enabled in the settings menu. Subtitles are off by default. Subtitles are present for a large amount of critical and story dialogue, though some smaller flavor dialogue may not appear at this time, such as character emotes, health stations, and things of that nature. Anything super important does have subtitles. There's now a map hazard section on the warm-up screen. This shows if a map has airlocks, so you know whether or not to take mag boots in your loadout, instead of asking me every single round. Kate. The server browser has been cleaned up, and now there's a big fat link to the Discord. We have tons of people playing on Mondays, Tuesdays, evening community games on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and of course the official community games on Saturday. All week, basically. Except Sunday, because fuck Sunday. Nah, just kidding, people play on Sunday too. Sunday's okay. The F10 key is now hard-coded to hide your 3D HUD. That's your helmet HUD in front of you. If you want to take screenshots or do machinima or whatever. Let me know if there's other tools you want for this sort of thing. If there's a demand for it, I think we could probably squeeze some in. I fixed a bunch of nuisance bugs, like the monster's burrow crack not always being in the right location for clients, and the shuttle pilot talking over himself if the monster is killed during the shuttle sequence. There's a ton of other quality of life fixes and improvements that you can see in the full patch notes, linked in the video description below. But we're not done yet. Thought you could get away that easy, huh? Get back here. Architects has received a giant overhaul because it was boring and it sucked. Now the map has these entrances around it that take you down to a stomach chamber of something very old and large lurking below the sandy wastes. My recommendation, stay out of the acid. Title Lock received a giant overhaul as well. What used to be a boring and super hazardous repair dock has been converted into a really interesting but still super hazardous pit stop for space truckers. We also added some additional railings, but not that many. There are some small changes to maps, like putting in another drop-down point in Abduction's farmhouse, and adding lots of really cool paintings. Every single map in the game is officially now at 1.0 level, except Spacebar. There's a couple spots I want to tidy up there. We're currently at 12 maps for Shapeshifter mode alone, and we also have some plans for additional Shapeshifter maps, possibly as post-release content. Right now, all of our mapping resources are working on the co-op missions. So what's coming next? Glad you asked me. Thanks. Back to you, me. Good lad, that Zag guy. Nick, known in the community as Rogus, and I, known in the community as Daddy Zaggy, are hard at work on the co-op levels 2 and 3 respectively, but they're not quite ready yet. Mission 2 is called the Core Labs, and Mission 3 is called the Speaker. Soon you're going to continue the cleanup crew's story arc and see what shenanigans you get up to, while gunning down drones the whole way, of course. Hey, you might even get to meet the spokesman, if you're lucky. Or unlucky. The game is pushing steadily, consistently, and rapidly to its 1.0 release. Thank you so much for being part of the community. Thanks to all the folks out there hosting games all week. And if you're enjoying the game, we hope you leave a positive review to entice other players to join in on the betrayal-filled, murdery fun. And that's it. I'm Zag, otherwise known as Geoff Keene. You can follow me on Twitter at Geoff Keene, and the game at Unfort Spacemen, because we still can't get that Twitter handle we really want. Join the community at discord.gg/newblood, and I will see you in space, astronauts.
We worked on a lot of projects back in the day. Some panned out, some melted. Turns out lava is pretty darn hot, and our engineers down there couldn't seem to figure it out. Where's your precious science now, Steve?